Hey everyone, today I'm going to be filming an eyeshadow palette declutter video because I have decluttered a couple palettes recently, so I thought I would show you guys what I decluttered. If you want to see the palettes that I'm getting rid of, just keep watching.
A palette that I am unfortunately decluttering is the Natasha Denona Retro palette. This is a mini palette. I got it because I love this color story, but honestly, it's not worth the price. Even for a mini palette, it's like 40 bucks Canadian or something. And honestly, the shadows didn't perform that well. The metallics were amazing, but the match just didn't do it for me. So unfortunately, I'll be decluttering this. The shades are beautiful. I just am so disappointed that it didn't work for me. The pink shade just honestly didn't show up at all, so that's why I'm decluttering it. Next, I am decluttering the Huda Beauty Pastels Mint Palette. I love the other pastel mint palettes, but even their formula isn't amazing, and this palette is honestly just not good. Honestly, like 100%, it's not good. It's not worth the money. The mattes don't show up. The shimmers are like toppers. It's a mess of a palette, and I'm glad I decluttered it because it just honestly wasn't worth it. The ColourPop Mint palette is a million times better than this one. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend the ColourPop Pastels Mint palette over this one. No lie. A surprising declutter, in my opinion, is the Moonspell palette. Why did I say moon like that? The Moonspell palette by Lunar Beauty. This palette is stunning, but honestly, in the months that I've had it, I just have not reached for it. I've done one look with it, and I knew that I had a friend that would enjoy it way more, so I decided to declutter it. Honestly, that shade is the only shade why I was keeping it really, but it just wasn't for me, and yeah, it's just not a palette for me, which is why I decluttered it. The quality is fine, like it's not amazing, but it's fine. It's a beautiful palette. It's just not something that I reached for, and I mean, honestly, I have those purple shades everywhere. I have the bottom row everywhere. Don't really need them, right? And then we have the Fenty Beauty palette. What is this called? The Moroccan Spice palette. This is a pretty palette. I got it in BoxyCharm. It's beautiful. The packaging's amazing, but the shades inside are just a no for me. Like, honestly, like, it's just a boring palette in my opinion. The mirror is amazing, and the packaging in the front is amazing, although it does finger smudges. I hate packaging that has finger smudges, but the artwork's really pretty. But this palette is honestly just not something I would ever use. Packaging's pretty, but it's a big no from me. Another BoxyCharm declutter. Are we surprised? This is the Caramel palette by Zoeva. This is supposed to be a festival-themed box, but I don't know. This just, like, sure, okay, there's a coral shade, but the rest is neutrals. It's boring. It's whatever. This is just not a palette that I would ever reach for in my life. If I want to do a neutral look, I have neutral palettes. This is a no from me.
Another palette that I'm decluttering is this Wet n Wild palette. What is this called? Not a Basic Peach. Okay, haha, cute. This palette is beautiful, but I'm actually going to be donating the next eyeshadow palettes to my friend Penny. She's my friend, and she's the tattoo artist who did my Luna tattoo. Unfortunately, she had a fire in her home, so she lost, like, all her makeup, so I'm donating quite a bit of stuff to her just because I know that she's going through a rough time right now, and I wanted to declutter some of the stuff that I know that she would like. So yes, that is why I'll be decluttering this. I think this is a beautiful palette, but I definitely think that she could get some awesome use out of it. Besides, it's affordable. The next palette that I'm decluttering is the Living in Color palette that I got from BoxyCharm. This palette is beautiful, but again, I think that my friend would love this palette. I think that it has neutrals and it has nice pops of color. This palette's pretty. Packaging is way too bulky for my liking, but the packaging itself, the artwork is gorgeous. It's very, very pretty, but again, I think my friend will get awesome use out of it. Another Wet n Wild palette that I'm decluttering is the Comfort Zone Remake. It's pretty, but I definitely think that I could see my friend using this way more than I do. It is a really pretty palette, and I really love the color story. I just don't need it. And then I kind of made this, like, custom palette with some of the single shadows for her. I left some open so that when she gets other ones or when I get other ones I think that she'd like, we can just add them to this. But yeah.
I'm decluttering this Pixie Beauty palette. It's gorgeous, but it's just not up my alley color-wise. The purple is what kept me in. The new, like, the like, cool tone shades are cute and whatever, right? But it's just not a palette that I will ever use in my life. It's beautiful. The packaging's beautiful. But I know that I have a friend who will get so much more use out of this, hence why I'm decluttering it.
Well, that is it for my eyeshadow palette declutter video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Go follow my Instagram, Makeup by Tasha XO, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye. Go this way. You'll never see me.
Very sneaky.
You're crazy. You're crazy. My goodness, yes, play.
Monthly pension after 65 is $126. I could really go far in that, couldn't I?
Wow.
Yeah, fight.
Fight!
Yes, play. Good boys. Well, at least that was something. There you go.
Boy's like, I'll get you.
Good boy.
Mom wants them.
Oh, look at them. Oh.
Lame ass!
You think I'm gone now?
You giving him a bath? That's so sweet.
Get her. Are you sleepy now? You sleepy?
It's a poutineery. All they sell is poutine, basically. Oh, they're playing!
Who's playing?
Chloe and
I forget where.
Simon.
I'm glad.
Chloe.
Dude, this looks so good.
You guys playing? Boy, they're playing.
Ooh.
Chloe and Simon. She keeps running out and back in.
Yeah.
Hi.
That was like a regular boy going
Oh yeah. Except he's like, no, let me follow you.
Okay. Hi.
Oh,
I see you.
Yeah.
Hi, boy. Chloe's like,
He's like, I'm coming too.